Hey guys, today we have a review on the Biltwell Exfil 65 waterproof dry bag. So let's see how this stands up to our expectations. So guys, here we can see how the Exfil 65 bag gets shipped to us. It ships to us in a white bag, relatively flat. So we're going to go ahead and open it and show what's inside. So here we can see that it comes protected in the plastic bag. It seems to be nicely folded, and the good thing about it is that I didn't realize it would fold so flat, but it's going to make it easy for storage. So let's go ahead and take it out of the bag. So here we have the bag, the Exfil 65 out of the bag. We can see it laid out here. And what I'm going to do right now is actually take a quick overall measurement here. Let's stretch this out here. And we can see here that the overall length is 28 inches. And the bottom will be a little hard to tell, but let's open that up kind of like that. And the bottom should be about a foot, and you can see here from edge to edge. Yeah, that's about exactly a foot. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to fill this with whatever I can find right now, just to fill it up and get an idea of the volume and the overall finish size and of when it's all full. So just give me a second and we'll find something to put in here. So here guys, we could see, so I basically filled this bag with a whole bunch of blankets, whatever I could find, just to give it its full volume for the video, so you could see how the overall dimensions, the overall what kind of straps you would need, how it looks, how it sits. The nice thing is it's sitting straight up by itself, which is kind of nice. But just to give a little bit of details, it is made out of a 100% waterproof material. So basically, once it's on the back of your bike, if you get caught in a rainstorm, you don't have to worry about putting a bag over this, a waterproof shell. The whole bag is waterproof, watertight. It has a roll top closure with a reinforced nylon quick release buckle to keep everything sealed tightly. I will show a little bit later how this works. The bottom is a double 6 construction of external PVC coating for greater durability. So basically, because of all the rubbing that it might have on the passenger seat or on the rack, you want that to last a little longer. It has 2-inch wide ballistic grade polyester nylon loops with the box stitching handles on each side. Has a reflective stitching as well. It has 6 rows of MOLLE mounting for accessories, and it's pretty much a universal fit. You can toss it on a motorcycle, quad, UTV, roof rack, whatever you want. Now, this is called the Exfil 65. And as per Biltwell's measurement, you could pretty much put 65 cans of beer in here. This is going to be one of my negatives that I'll kind of get into a little bit later in the video. But it can hold 65 cans of beer, even though you probably shouldn't do it. It's not really insulated to keep anything cold or anything, and that would be extremely heavy. And then the overall final dimensions as per Biltwell is 22 high by 12 inches wide. We already showed that measurement. Once it's flat, it's actually a little bit larger than that. And I would say of actual usable space, when I measured, like what we're seeing right now, it's about 20 inches tall. Those 2 inches, it does puff up a little bit, but it's not really usable space. I think you're going to be using that to kind of push things down. I would say it's 20 inches tall of usable space and an overall 12-inch diameter. So let's just give you a better look of the loops and everything. So here guys, we could see that we do have a loop on the top, and we also have a loop on the bottom. So basically that allows you to tie it down with anything. Now you do have a 2-inch loop right there and a 2-inch loop on the other side of the handle. And then you have a pretty good size handle, which shouldn't be a problem to even use with gloves. And that whole system is pretty much repeated on the other side. So it's kind of nice. On the front, you can see here we have 6 rows of MOLLE to be able to add whatever accessories you need in there. So that's a great option for anything expandability. Now up top, I want to kind of show how the closing mechanism works. So basically we do have a buckle here Then we just kind of unhook and then we roll it open. You can stick whatever you need in there. It is a black interior. Like I said, I do have blankets in here. I just kind of use it to fill. Some other bags have like an orange inside to make it easier to see. This one is all black. The other thing is some other ones that I've seen, dry bags, usually have some kind of like Velcro here that would attach, or magnetic strip. This does not, but it does actually do a relatively, you can see there, it does kind of hold itself a little bit. But basically you would pretty much put these nice and tight. You would give it 1 fold, 2 folds, and usually if you can, you would want to give it that extra 3rd fold. That's what really makes it watertight. And then you would grab one end, the other end, clip it. Now you have a handle there, and you have a waterproof tight seal. So now guys, I want to talk a little bit about the negatives of this bag. Now overall, this is a fantastic bag, and the negatives are minor, but I think they're justified. So first things first is the naming mechanism. So basically this is called the Exfil 65, which I think overall would make people think that it's about a 65 liter dry bag, which is not accurate. So basically with the measurements that Biltwell gives of 22 inches high by 12 inches wide, that gives you, this makes it about a 40 liter bag. Now of usable space, the 20 inches of height, it makes it really a 37 liter bag, which is fine. A 40 liter bag is still very, very big. But I think in the naming mechanism, it is kind of like deceiving, because people might think this is a 65 liter bag, but it's actually closer to a 40 liter bag. And on top of that, if you go to their website, nowhere on their website does it actually say how much volume is in liters. It just tells you the 65 12 ounce cans that can fit in here. They should really be a little bit more open with it and just say, you know what, yes, it does 65 beers, but it's really more a 40 liter bag. Another negative I have is that if you get the bag and you're ready to go, you can't go right away. This doesn't come with any straps. So basically you need to buy straps for this bag. Now, Biltwell does sell straps, or you can buy bungees, or if you have tie-downs, you can use whatever you have already. But if you're expecting to buy this, receive it, load it up, and get going, you can't really. You need to tie it down. So what I have here is a tape measure, like a fabric, mostly used for fabric. And when we go all around, we're going to see that we have it's about 36 inches all around here. So basically Biltwell does sell a 1 inch by 36 strap, which would fit this if it wasn't so full, like if you want to really strap it down and make it tighter. The 36 one would work, but they also sell a 1.5 by 60, which I think is actually a better option for this bag. So basically, if we just stretch this out to the full 60. So here we can see, here's the 60. Basically we have about 12 inches of extra slack here. So that, you have to, strap that down, or it also gives you the opportunity to, to tie down additional gear, if you have more things to tie down with the strap. So the 1.5 inch by 60 is a better option if you're buying the Biltwell one, but you can use bungees or any tie downs you have, right? So I think one of the final things I have here is that basically, because this is, waterproof, dustproof, air, it has to be pretty much tight so that air, water, dust doesn't get in here, is that once you actually get it folding, you can see here, that is air trapped in there, right? So we have a whole bunch of air. And some other dry bags normally have a valve that you can open and close to let the air out. So as you're compressing it down, you're letting the air out. And then once you strap it down, your bag is pretty much airtight, give or take. Now the you know, there's goods and negatives to that. So basically, if you actually like the air in there and you actually kind of use the bag as a backrest, then yeah, maybe having a little bit of air in there is probably something you want, because you can lean back on it, and that might not be a bad thing. But in most bags that I've seen that are, you know, waterproof like this, there's normally a air valve to release the air. So that's really the only negatives I have. Yeah, the build quality is excellent. I do like the fact that it has handles on both sides, so it's easy to pick up. The 2-inch loops are great for passing the tie downs, and then you also have those loops if you want to, like, you don't have to just put this in the upright position. You can lay this down on its side on the back of a rack, or even on the back seat. There's multiple ways of tying it down. You know, guys, if you're enjoying this content, please subscribe, share the video if you know someone who's looking into the bag. Leave me a comment and I'll answer whatever I can. I am trying to grow the channel, you know, little by little. I am paying for these things out of my own pocket. So yeah, if you like the video, please subscribe. Now we're gonna take this to the bike, and we're gonna toss it on the bike, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna mount this, because I don't know if I have any extra straps to tie it down, but we'll figure it out. All right, so let's see. Let's go out and mount this on the bike. All right, guys, I just wanted to show, you know, what we can fit in this bag, because I actually didn't show it. So right now I have the bag empty, and I'm just gonna pack clothes for, like, you know, like a 2-night getaway or something. So we'll start with a pair of shoes. Get that all the way at the bottom, nice and flat. Then we'll put a pair of pants. Add an orange sweater, a hoodie. Then we'll add 2 shirts, you know, 2 shirts, just toss that right in there. You know, sock and underwear for 2 days, toss that in there. And then let's put that toiletries in there. So we got our toiletries. And then what I think is the most important thing is bathing suit. You always got to be prepared to jump in the lake, in the river, or something. So you got our bathing suit in there, you got our sandals in there, and jumping in the water, got to toss a towel in there to dry ourselves. So, you know, so that's pretty good. And then, you know, get that air out, and then 1 flip, 2 flips, you know, 3 flips, and then just lock that bad boy up. And here we go. So there it is. That's packed for 2 nights. It's ready to go. You know, you could probably even fit more stuff in there. So, all right, guys, I hope that helped. All right, guys, so here we're sitting outside on the bike. We've mounted the bag to the back sissy bar. You can see I've only used some bungee cords here, but you have an idea of how it sits on the bike. This is a Yamaha Bolt, so it would actually make for a decent backrest. And again, because I don't have any straps, I used a couple of bungee cords. You know, it's strapped along the back here. Now, I probably wouldn't mount it this way just because I'd be afraid that this could lift off. So I'll find a different way, but just for the sake of the video, this is how it looks. So, and that it's pretty on there. Like, it still moves a little bit, but you know, I'll get some rock straps or the actual Biltwell straps, and that will be strapped down way better. I might even have a couple of bungee cords that I could use to tie this down to here to hold it even down. But yeah, it looks good. It fits good. Makes a nice backrest. You can still, you know, attach some accessories to the MOLLE. You still have access to the top of the bag if you need to reach for anything. The grab handle's here, so it's easy to grab once you're done. But yeah, it looks good. You can either let's see if I can do this with one hand, but actually, hold on a second. You know, for the sake, you could also mount it sideways. Strap that down. So just to give you an idea of how that would look. So yeah, Then you can strap that down however you want. And then we do have a 1700 Yamaha here. So this would be like the equivalent to a, what do you call it, like a Road King or any of the big tourer bags. So you can put that on the back of a big 1700 touring motorcycle. That's on the back seat, and then this one actually does have a small little rack. So we could actually just fit that right on the back rack, which is, you know, if you're riding with a passenger. So that's how that looks. And then this sissy bar is a little low, so it doesn't really work for this, but you know, it would, you know, give or take, it would, so like that. But yeah, this isn't gonna work. So yeah, so there you go, guys. Hope that was informative. Again, if you liked the review, please feel free to like and subscribe, share the video. Thanks a lot, and see you soon.